Hey guys, what's going on? Blackstang1302 Carpentry. I have this Gibson style quilted maple top guitar body that I am going to be making a couple of router templates with. I decided to make the router templates as opposed to the buying a guitar template because it was $10 cheaper for the template than the body. So I figured for $10 more, I might as well just get the guitar body and then have fun staining it, which I will do in a separate video. So I have I have 3 pieces of half-inch plywood that I'm going to be doing. I couldn't find a good way to clamp it down without having to move the clamps because of the router, so I decided to screw it down into the pickup pockets. It kind of worked, but I suggest not doing it. I suggest what happens later on in the video. So I believe the pieces of plywood, I just bought a 2-foot by 4-foot piece of half-inch plywood, and then I cut it into 3 squares, 18 by 14 and a half. This is me just screwing it down. I just want to make sure my router bit was going to fit. Looks like it is. Checking. And I'm ready to go. Adjusting. I don't know, my router's kind of old. I actually inherited it from my grandpa. I have a nice little trim router, but this router, it's a little more heavy duty, so I decided to use it. I'm planning on just leaving this particular router in my router table and then using my trim router for everything else. It's got a bunch of variable settings. See, this one's just so difficult to adjust. Alright, finally got the depth of my router set where I wanted. Start plugging away at it. And at first I was real nervous because I wasn't really following the pattern of the template, or at least I hadn't noticed it, so I checked like 4,000 times to make sure that I wasn't gouging into the router. I wanted to make sure that I skipped the neck pocket because the depth of the neck pocket would have been off. Honestly, this first one, it's on an angle. I made sure I accounted for it. I was worried. I was real worried about it. I suggest don't do it from the top. It's got that beveled side. I suggest don't do it from the beveled side like I did. See, I'm moving the screws around because I didn't want to hit the screw with the router and then the whole thing would flip and yada yada. So, I don't know. I suggest do it all from the backside like I do later on, and then come back for the tops like I show you later on. Yeah, I'm moving the screws. I really regret doing this. I wish I just did what I do later on and just put the piece of plywood at the bottom where it's flat, route around that, and then come back and make the pocket holes. I don't know what I was thinking. It was my first one. I was all excited. So I'm doing this with a router because I don't have a bandsaw and it would take too long to acquire one, so I thought the easiest option was a router. So here I decided to go for the neck pocket, and as you can see it starts slipping on me. I noticed this and panic because I was worried I was cutting through the face of the guitar. So I decided to get away from that, finish it off, and here's a reveal of the first one. It's kind of the outlay, first thing, alright, whatever. So now I'm going at it from the, I'm just going to go at it from the bottom. I am using this double stick carpet tape, which I had some of it holding the guitar body down to the ground of the table, and I'm going to double up on the tape, and I think I fast forward through the tape because it takes a little while. But anyways, it ended up working pretty good. One thing that I've learned from this is I have a huge mess I got to clean up from the router. Alright, so now clearly it's going to be wobbly from the other side, so I'm thinking maybe I'll put a piece of tape under there to get it to stick a little bit. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I'll change the router depth while I have it on my mind, because all we need to do is cut the 1/2 inch. Alright, it's good enough, and guess what? I have all these scraps that I can shim up the base of the guitar in order to make these next few cuts. Now, I'd like to say comment if you've seen anything that you don't like. that you think I can change or have done better. Because, gotta say, I can't say this is going to be the last time I'll ever make a guitar. I'm actually planning on making one out of rosewood, and that's why I wanted the template. So that's kind of what gave me the spark for this project. This second go around going so much faster than the first time. And clearly this is the way that it should be done and should have been done before. That carpet tape's pretty strong. It was really difficult to take it off. I've used like lacquer thinner in order to take it off. Now I had a hole here that I had to drill, that I wanted to drill. I had it already marked out. I can't remember what the hole was for, but figured since it was already here, might as well route it out. Oh, that's right. It's for the back side where all the hardware is. There it is, and for some reason it was so much easier to come out. Now I forgot the other hole at the top, but I'll come back and get it. I'm going to just throw a simple clamp on here. Seems like one is strong enough. I measured, I think the hole was 2 inches from the edge. I got a 1/2-inch drill bit so that my router bit will fit through the hole, and then just a simple circle. Could have hit this with a trim router, but it was towards the end of the day and I didn't want to bring out another tool in order to put it away. Alright, right away going on to the third one. And this was obviously the best one now that I've had practice. I think it goes way quicker. Just decided to go directly at it. Honestly, I should have done this on a router table so that I could see the guitar body the whole time and then just push along cutting the 1/2 inch rather than having to drag the big router along. But this still worked out. This flush trim router bit really did the job. And I was planning on leaving this as just a simple base outline for future projects, and then I was going to come for the other pieces.
A couple days later, I'm doing this template for the pickups, and I'm going to do the neck. So right now I have a bunch of shims making me a wall so that my flush trim router bit can spin on it. I would normally put a piece of wood, but I had these shims here and they fit perfectly, and I didn't feel like busting out the table saw. But I taped it down. I wish I put a little glue down in here at the base. I have some tape folded over. I don't know how great it is. It seems pretty stiff. I just hope the router doesn't nick one of them and shoot it all out. But that's fine, because I want individual pockets and then do a separate one for the neck hole on a different template. But if it ends up being neck hole and pickup, I'm cool with that. I'll live with it. But I wanted to try this out first. And one of these, this one, didn't turn out the best. I tried doing the neck pocket right away, and then it moved on me a little. This was the first one I did. It moved on me a little. So I've decided to kind of leave that as a backup. I'm going to put the pickups on the back template so that I have all the holes on this template, and then I'm going to do just the knob holes, these 4, on this one, which is going to be just the basic shape of the Gibson style guitar, and it'll have the 4 holes right here, and I'll show you how to do that too, don't worry. But for now, I'm putting this on and I'm clamping it up. Alright, so now I'm hoping that my router bit can fit around the clamps. Hopefully they're not in the way, otherwise we're gonna have to make it work. But I'm going on routering now. It worked pretty good. So as you can see, this one is damn near perfect. This one, a little line here at the top and at the bottom, you know, whatever. But manageable, you could cover that up easy. but it worked. So I was a little, I'm happy with that. All right, breaking out the old drill bits to find which one will fit the pickups perfectly, or the, what's this called, perfectly, knobs perfectly. And it's looking like 19/64. Nope, 5/16 is the one for these. Oh, I got another hole over here too, behind the tape. 1/2 inch. Looks like a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, okay. All right, I've decided to change my mind. I'm gonna put it on the back side and just drill through. There's gonna be some tear out, but it's just a template. You can clean it up. Oh. Just a template, not worried about it. 4 holes over here. See how I propped it up so that I could shoot through and not damage the table? That easy, dude. We'll tear out on the back side, but beautiful. 5 holes, perfect. All right, there you have it. 2 templates. This is the base and the holes. And then I got this other one here, which has got the pickups and the back side. Now the pickups are slightly off. I'm not gonna worry about it. And actually I have to do the neck pocket still, but I need another piece of plywood because I messed up on this one and I don't have that right now. So I'm going to do the same thing. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to end it. But I'm going to put this shim here. This is what I'm going to do. And use it as a wall. And do the exact same thing for the neck pocket. But running out of daylight, I'll probably just end the video there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.